Just 1 week after the world said its final goodbye to the irreplaceable Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, his son Jack Osbourne has broken his silence with a deeply moving tribute that captures both the sorrow and the legacy left behind by his legendary father. In a heartfelt and emotional Instagram post, Jack shared not only his personal grief but also the cherished memories that will forever keep his father's spirit alive. In a tone both intimate and poignant, Jack wrote, "I haven't really wanted to post anything since the passing of my father. My heart has hurt too much." These simple yet powerful words opened a message that was anything but ordinary. While Jack noted he would keep it short, honoring his father's dislike for long-winded speeches, his words resonated with depth and raw emotion. "He was so many things to so many people," he continued, "but I was so lucky and blessed to be a part of a very small group that got to call him Dad." Alongside the message, Jack shared a touching video montage that pulled at the heartstrings of fans around the world. The compilation included scenes from Jack's early years with Ozzy, from endearing shoulder rides and childhood laughter to moments of mischief and music, offering a rare, personal look into their father-son bond. One clip featured a young Jack on The Howard Stern Show in 1997, proudly declaring that having Ozzy Osbourne as a father was very cool. These moments weren't just memories. They were glimpses into the human behind the heavy metal icon. The soundtrack to this tribute was carefully chosen. Ozzy's own song, "So Tired," a haunting ballad from his 1983 Bark at the Moon album, played softly over the montage. The lyrics, almost prophetic in hindsight, echoed through the video. "Time has come to say goodbye. I know it's gonna make you cry, but you belong to another, my love. I am so tired, and I just can't wait around for you." The music captured both the melancholy of loss and the quiet grace of farewell. Ozzy passed away at the age of 76 on July 22nd, reportedly due to cardiac arrest and complications related to coronary artery disease. The world mourned, but none more deeply than his children and beloved wife Sharon Osbourne, who was not only his life partner for 43 years, but also his professional manager and lifelong anchor. In his tribute, Jack added, "My heart is full of so much sadness and sorrow, but also so much love and gratitude. I got 14,501 days with that man, and I know that is such a blessing." He ended his message with a quote that perfectly encapsulated his father's wild, rebellious spirit. A quote from the late Hunter S. Thompson: "Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, 'Wow, what a ride!'" Indeed, Ozzy lived exactly that way. The video concluded with a heartwarming series of family photos. Ozzy sharing laughter with his grandchildren, pulling funny faces with his kids, and even teaching a young Jack how to take a bow and say goodnight after a performance. These final moments weren't for the fans. They were for the family, for the people who knew the man behind the myth. Jack also included an image of the unforgettable and boldly irreverent flower arrangement displayed during Ozzy's private funeral at his estate, reading unapologetically, "Ozzy F. King Osbourne." It was crude, yes, but it was Ozzy. It was authentic. It was him. Jack closed his tribute with a line that cut straight to the heart. "That was my dad. He lived, and he lived his life fully. I love you, Dad." And in that simple declaration, a global audience was reminded that even the biggest legends are, at their core, simply someone's parent, someone's hero at home. In the days following Jack's post, his sister Kelly Osbourne also reached out to fans, expressing her gratitude for their support in the midst of unimaginable grief. "The love, support, and beautiful messages I've received have truly helped carry me through the hardest moment of my life," she wrote. "Every kind word, every shared memory, every bit of compassion has meant more than I can ever explain. I will not be okay for a while, but knowing my family are not alone in our pain makes a difference. As the Osbourne family begins the long road of healing, one thing is clear: Ozzy Osbourne's impact on the world of music and on the lives of those closest to him will echo for generations. His life was loud, chaotic, electric, and profoundly human. Through their words and memories, Jack and Kelly have ensured that the man behind the madness will never be forgotten." In the days since Ozzy's passing, the outpouring of love from fans, fellow musicians, and industry legends has been nothing short of monumental. Tributes have poured in from around the globe, each one painting a picture of a man who was far more than just the godfather of heavy metal. From tales of his on-stage bravado to heartfelt anecdotes about his off-stage kindness, Ozzy's influence spanned beyond the music. It reached into people's lives. Fans lit candles outside venues where he once roared into microphones. Murals went up in his honor. Entire radio stations dedicated days of programming to his music. Yet through all the global noise, the most profound echoes came from the quiet, personal stories like Jack's, reminding the world that behind the eyeliner and the bat-biting bravado was a father who tucked his kids in at night, a grandfather who made silly faces, and a man who loved and was deeply loved in return. And in a world so often dazzled by spectacle, where fame can blur the lines between public persona and private soul, Jack's tributes served as a grounding, deeply human reminder of what truly endures beyond the spotlight. It wasn't just about Ozzy Osbourne, the rock star. It was about Ozzy the father, the man who sang his children to sleep after headlining arenas, who danced in the kitchen on lazy Sunday mornings, who offered advice not with polished words, but with raw, honest conviction. Jack painted a portrait, not of a distant legend, but of a present, loving, wildly imperfect, but endlessly devoted dad.